open till it shatters through the ocean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs and other farm animals, this is Arinia, and I need to address a bit of an elephant in the room. So, for 5 episodes now, I've been running this series on Greg Tech New Horizons, and people have been taking issue with the fact that I chose to skip ore gathering, and I did this by setting up some stuff and gathering the ores automatically before the series started. Now, you could argue, and you may well be justified in arguing, that this particular way of setting things up is not the way that it should have been done. You could argue that you wanted a run-through that was done, quote-unquote, legitimately, with all the ore gathering and all the stuff like that. And I chose to do things the way I had done for a few reasons. First off, time. I put out 2 videos a day, most of them on Minecraft. And I also have streams to tend to. And while I could definitely go through ore gathering in between episodes, that could take hours, honestly, to get the stuff done. And I know that sounds like a pretty cheap argument, but when you're dealing with minutes of spare time to record your videos, you just don't have that kind of time. And this is a pack that I really wanted to share with you guys because it is such a good pack. It's an expert mode pack, yes, but the thing is, I had to balance the integrity of the pack with the time constraint. And I wanted to make sure I was more faithful to the quests and the progression than to the ore grind. That's the first thing. The second thing is, this pack, this series was never going to be just straight through, gather everything, and da-da-da-da. That would take years. And this will still probably take years to run the series, even in this format. Because I've played GTNH, quote-unquote, legitimately, in version 2.0.7, and I actually had several people helping me. In fact, at one point I had 6 people involved in just a little family and friends server of it that I used to run. We got through ZPM voltage, but it took us the better part of 2.0.7's upgrade cycle because we needed to have everyone on deck to gather resources, to process materials, and all the stuff like that. So the main thing I wanted to avoid was having a series that lasts years, having slow episodes, probably delayed episodes, when I'm trying to put things out on a somewhat episodic schedule. I just don't have the people anymore that I could use to speed things up in between episodes, like I do with Sky Factory, because I can do that with 2 people. Third, I already have tons and tons of Minecraft series where people can see me go out and gather materials. You could watch Sky Factory 4, you could watch Omni Factory, which is another Greg Tech one. You could watch King Mammoth, which is another Greg Tech one. You could watch Matt's Mega Tech Pack, where probably half the episodes I've done there have been gathering episodes. You know, people don't need to see me do more gathering. They already see enough of that in my other series, and if what you came for was solely the prospect of seeing someone suffer through the grind, well, there's going to be enough grind building everything, you know? So the whole point of this was to focus on the progression rather than the gathering grind. And it really bothers me that people have decided the entire run is illegitimate because it's devoted to a different purpose than what they're looking for. That really bothers me, that people take that viewpoint. If you don't like it, fine. You know, you don't have to watch the series. You could go watch somebody that does go through the gathering grind and stuff like that. I'm doing something different. Does that make it any less legitimate? No. I'm just choosing to bypass a step that is implied. You should not need me to show that you have to gather resources in-game. And if you do, then go watch any one of my other series, or go watch the episodes of this series where I still go out and gather things. The only things that were gathered automatically before the series started were ores. That's it. Other than that, everything else has been gathered by hand, or in some cases from villages. Still by hand, but a different sort of by hand. So just think about that, and I'm bumping my mouse around here, which is why you see my mouse constantly jerking. So just think about that before you go attacking this series for a supposed lack of legitimacy, because it's just tuned to a different purpose than perhaps what you're looking for. Does the ore gathering really add to the visual experience or the experience of what I'm trying to publish? No. Because I'm trying to publish a guide on how to do stuff, like the actual building of stuff, rather than just going out and gathering resources for the 2 millionth time. That's all I really have to say on the matter, and I mean, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Simplest advice I could give. But don't attack the legitimacy of a series simply because it chooses to skip a step in the interests of showing things that are, in the creator's view, worthwhile. And that, in my experience, people have wanted to watch anyway, because so far, Greg Tech New Horizons has been my most viewed series in just 5 episodes. It has more views than basically any other series on my channel, except for, I think, Omnifactory. But Omnifactory has 12 episodes. This has 5. And it's giving it a serious run for its money. So, I hate to have to put out a rant like this, but it just seems like it's necessary, So take that into consideration how you will. I do hope you'll still enjoy what is being done in the series, even if you don't agree with how it started, because I'm not going to go over this again. Either way, thank you so much for tuning in to a bit of my spiel here, and I do hope you'll tune in for episode 6 of Greg Tech New Horizons when that comes out in a few days, as well as for the videos that are going to be coming out in between now and then. For now, though, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the outro. Hey everyone, Arinia here. Thanks so much for watching this latest video out of my channel, and thanks so much to these patrons who, among others, are helping make this content possible by donating at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell us what we need to do better. If you liked it, still leave a comment. I'm always open to input. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us on the Discord community, link in the description. If you want to support the channel, and I really hope you do, please, down in the description is a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can donate to for a one-time donation, or the Patreon page, which you can head on to donate monthly and get perks. In the meantime, this is Arinia saying once again, thanks for watching.